And again, man, we reacting to Strong Successful Male, man. Shout out to Strong Successful Male. So today, man, we reacting to my mom was a serial cheater. Should I risk hurting my dad and DNA test myself? Bro, this is insane, bro. This is crazy, dog. Bro, imagine you as a kid, dog, being in a family, dog, and you know your mama cheating. It's like you come down to this thinking like, bro, what if this is not my dad? Like, you understand the type of weight and emotional damage that can do to a kid, bro? Like, it's insane, bro. It's insane, dog. But let's get into it, man. This is gonna be crazy, bro. This is insane, bro. These stories be wild, dog. Like, people really out here be doing stuff like this. Let's do it, man.
Guys, welcome back to Strong Successful Male. So for today, the Ask Assistant video series, got an email from a subscriber. This is a young guy. I'm guessing he's probably 22, 23 years old. He moved out recently because he couldn't take his family anymore. Actually, he's been, I guess, a few years now. His mom is an absolute monster, for lack of a better term. Horrible to the father, horrible to everybody here. And he's writing in looking for advice about helping his dad as well as helping a big issue with him. You see, all throughout his childhood growing up, his mom obviously was a monster, a train wreck, all that. Dad was absolutely weak. We're not going to sugarcoat that. And definitely a situation of some serious abuse on multiple fronts. Well, also, it certainly seems very likely that mom has been cheating along the way, and this young guy also questions if he's actually his father's son. One of these deals. So he's going to go through his whole thing here, and he's really looking for advice and help from not just me, but all you guys on how to help his dad in this miserable marriage that he's in, and also what he should do about this young guy questioning whether he's his dad's son or not, you know, because he's afraid that if he does the paternity test, they're going to hurt his dad, if the results obviously, but...
Alright, so he said he's going to need our help. How to get his dad, he's going to need our help, how to get his dad out of a situation where his dad should do, right? So, we're going to see, man. I'm going to try to give some advice, man. See if I got some good advice from my past situation, man. You know, but he said his daddy weak. That was the first red flag, bro. That was his first wrong right there. Being weak. First mess up right there. Being a weak man, bro. Told y'all, and I told y'all that in the last video, bro. When a female see that you weak, bro. When a female see that you weak, it's like she just skipping through town, like, you know what I'm saying? Just yee. Like, bro, it's over with. She finna get what she wants. She gonna benefit off of you. How she wanna benefit off of you? Barely give you sex. Give you sex when she wanna give you sex, and to do that, who she can't run over and play with, that turn her on. Whether she chooses to deal with him or not. In here, balls deep. Probably skin to skin. I'm talking about in the connected friction. Yeah, real talk.
Again, he has to know. Think about this from multiple fronts here. So it starts off, says here, ASSM. I've seen a few of your videos, and at times, through the people writing in, I thought they were full of crap. I didn't believe a good number of them. However, I began to question some of the things that I was listening to and compare with my own life. Well, in other words, a lot of the things you thought were a bunch of BS, then you start looking at how messed up your life was and your family life was, and now you're starting to realize maybe those stories weren't crap at all. There are some serious effed up people out there in effed up situations. That's why I say truth is stranger than fiction. I'm on the younger side and live with my mom and dad for most of my life until I decide to move out and get a small bachelor pad. I'm taking a break from college to pay off some of my debts, then I'll be going back as a business management major and thankfully find a job who will help pay for it. Well, that's great, man. Look, if college is not right for you right now, take a break, work, save us some money, pay off some debts. I'm just glad you got out of a situation with your parents. Oh, here we go. There's the hoe bag alarm. There must be some chick named Jessica closing in on me.
That's insane.
I'm back. I guess there's a false alarm because Jessica's probably at CVS or Walgreens picking up her crazy medication. That alarm happens every time it seems like a major storm's coming in, so bear with me. Anyway, I don't know what to do. Now that I don't live with my parents, I can see the dictator my mom that she was and still is. She bullies my siblings into the life that she wants them to have and definitely wears the pants in the marriage.
Damn.
Growing up, I remember my father crying because he was constantly being emasculated by mom. Smack. Dude, your dad needs to grow a pair.
I'm
Yeah,
trying
your
to
mom's
tell you.
evil and awful and all that. It sounds like a very awful situation, but your dad has to be a fucking man here.
Facts.
And why is he staying with her? And your siblings, I got a question if they're your dad's kids.
Facts.
Some weeks were so bad that he would beg her to stop. Smack to your dad. You don't beg. You stand up for yourself.
Exactly. Put your foot down. Just don't
And
stop.
when she started
Go on.
mentioning how he wasn't good for anything, including the bedroom, he'd finally snap and cover her mouth, yelling,
Come on now, bro. Like, he tripping already, bro. Like, already this story, bro. At the beginning of the story, already gets how he being weak, bro. Bro, if she don't get her stuff together, man, she don't if she don't get her attitude together and show you some respect, bro, you gotta go, bro. You gotta go. No contact. No contact. It's not too many dudes that's gonna deal with females like that. And when they find ones that do, bro, treat them like dirt, bro. Don't be a man out here getting treated like dirt, dog, because you think that's the only piece of coochie that you can get. It's not. Whether you gotta go to the gym, whether you gotta get your money up, whether you gotta get your mental health straight, whether you gotta love yourself, bro, whether you gotta find God, whether you know Jesus Christ, whether you gotta, whatever you gotta do, bro, do that, and then come back. These females ain't going nowhere. This life is gonna be what it is. But these women ain't going nowhere, man. Go get your pockets right. Go to the gym. And I'm not saying you still can't get cheated on. But if you one of those dudes that, you know, that got their heart broken, I'm finna boss up, finna go out here and I'm finna go run through some females, all right, that's what you do. You know what I'm saying? But you go to the gym, bro. Get your self-esteem right. Get your mind right. You know what I'm saying? Duck off. Become a Sigma. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, go get your life together. Stay away from the people. Don't follow the crowd. You know what I'm saying? Get your pockets right. Just focus on yourself. Do some good self-improvement. Become the best version of yourself, man. Then, you know, yeah, I ain't going for that. I see, you know, do some information, get some information on women. You know what I'm saying? Up your knowledge. Gain more knowledge about women. And then go back, and when you hop back into the game, if that's what you want to do, you will see. You will know. It's not hard, bro. Hard work is hard work, but, you know what I'm saying? Dealing with these women is not hard, bro. Trust me. Keep it real with them. All you want is sex, tell her that. You ain't looking for no relationship. And then whatever decision she makes is hers.
before he stormed out. This has caused neighbors to call the police expecting domestic you-know-what taking place, but my father never attacked her. Thankfully, my mom never lied and had him arrested. Dude, I'm sorry you grew up in this effed up family here. It's terrible. It's not your fault that it grew up. Your mom was an a-hole, but your dad's an a-hole too because he was so weak. You know, he obviously wasn't strong enough to stand up to her and all that. You know, I mean, she's an a-hole. Don't get me wrong, but he has some accountability too here, for goodness sake.
Facts.
She probably deliberately married a weak man so she can control him while having fun on the side with the guy she really liked.
I tell you, exactly.
I began to notice questionable behavior when I listened to some of your videos about the women who would vouch and help each other cheat. This reminded me of the time when my mom helped our relatives and friends get away with cheating. Your mom is a great lady. So if your mom's helping your friends and family, the women, cheat, guarantee she's doing it too. The times me and my siblings tried to tell the husband or wives, my mom would purposely discredit us, make us out to be a bunch of stupid kids that are making up shit so that her family and friends could continue stepping out. Dude, your mom is an awful person. I have nothing to do with her. There's no reason for you to have anything to do with her at this point. Mm-hmm. My mom would always play dumb with my dad and act like this was a cultural thing, even though it wasn't. There were dry spells in my parents' marriage where my dad used to wonder what he was doing that was wrong and why was she withholding her love and affection from him, which she would always blame the places that we live. His income, the way he treats her, how he's super boring, and was just downright nasty to him. Again, I'm sure a big part of the reason that she treated your dad like crap is because he was a weak bitch. I'm being honest here.
Facts.
But also she's an awful person, incapable of being kind or loving to anybody. She's also threatened to divorce him, and this is what caused my folks to just up and move and run.
Bro, there's no point in talking to a person like that. She treats everybody in her family and manipulates everybody in her family, even her kids. Gaslight her kids. Bro, there's no point in talking to a person like that. Leave. All that crying, leave. All that, oh, I'm sorry, leave. You wasn't sorry when you was doing it. You're sorry because now you're receiving consequences for what you did. Leave. You have to leave. you cheating on me. You didn't care about cheating on me when you was cheating on me. Now since you're receiving consequences, you crying. And she might not even care. She's probably putting on the act. You feel me? And she's gonna go do it again, bro. You're gonna leave and she's gonna be cheating. The dude she's cheating with or whoever, the dudes she's cheating with, she's still gonna be seeing them when you leave. She don't care. So stop even conversing with these fools, bro. Just leave.
From their problems. We moved so much you would think that we were military when we weren't. That's tough on a kid. So what? Oh, we're going to move to Seattle, and then we're going to go to Des Moines, Iowa, then we're going to go to Boston. That's going to change everything. It's not going to change everything, the problems they have and the problems who they are. I don't remember which video it was, but it was one of the ones about one of the writers leaving a note for the cheating on the husband to find it and to spark the memory I'd almost forgotten. When I was 4 years old, there was a strange man in my parents' room that I stumbled upon hiding in the closet. When I was that age, I used to explore the places that we lived a lot. He told me not to say anything since he didn't want to have a fight with my dad, and he climbed out the window. You're a little kid exploring a new house, or playing in the closet, and you see some strange man in the bedroom, and he's like, shh, shh, don't tell your dad.
That's weird.
What do you think he was doing there?
Exactly. But that's weird, though.
Well, my dad quickly came home.
I would call the police. Like, this dude in my house.
Oh, I tried to tell my mom, but she said it was my dad playing games. My dad quickly came home after that, and I was very confused. My dad used to tease me about my confusion, and that supposedly he worked so much that I didn't recognize him anymore, and he used to tell me that growing up.
Manipulation.
Okay, it was all in your head.
That's weird.
Big game.
That's manipulation.
Some strange dude was in your mom's bedroom. Well, I told him not long ago the backstory as to why I was confused, and he almost left my mom until she found a way to discredit me and make me out to be a complete liar. I was too young to remember, and when did she have the time since she was a full-time stay-at-home mom, etc., etc. She called me later irate, calling me every name in the book.
Gaslight.
So your dad actually believed her, how she treats him over you. Now, yeah, you were 4 years old, and a lot of little kids can imagine things and make things up, but there's certain things little kids can pick up on, and they don't forget that.
Facts.
I basically had to hang up on her since I couldn't get a word in. She went full Sand People from Star Wars on me. She also began to make me question myself and whether or not that I was an actual memory or a dream. So you told this later on in time, like recently. Things settled down, but I began to notice that she would completely flip at the idea if I told the spouses of the friends and family that were being cheated on. Almost as if these cheaters had dirt on my mom too.
Facts.
I'm glad I'm out because of how toxic all this is, but I'm shocked at how naive my dad has been with the entire thing. Because your dad's weak, he's worn down, and I like to think that your dad was a good to you and a good man on some level, but it's very hard for me to respect men that are that weak. Okay, I'm just being honest here. The thing is, and there's a whole lot of weak men out there, and that.
It just makes you mad, you know. It makes you mad, bro, because you're like, how are you this weak, bro? Like how? But you know, everybody go through it, bro. I done got my heart broke. Everybody, and I'm glad I got my heart broke at a young age. But every man go through it, bro. Every dude's gonna go through it. You're gonna get drove through the mud. A female's gonna break you. Once she's going to break you over her knee, over her back, all that. She's gonna break you, dog. Cheat on you, whatever she is, mentally, physically, sexually, or emotionally abusive. That's what she's gonna do, bro. She's gonna abuse you. And you learn from that situation, man. And you sit back, you're like, man, yeah, I shouldn't have let that happen. This happened. I knew she was cheating with this. I just don't want to believe it. You gotta talk to yourself, man. But it's good to get your heart broken at a young age, so when you get older, you won't go through it no more. It make you mad, bro. But I went through it. But damn, bro, like I'm trying to save you from going through it. You know? Why you not listening? It's obvious. Look how she treats you. Why you want to be with a person like that? You don't think that you deserve to get treated good? You don't think that you deserve a female that's going to look at you and just grab your chin and be like, baby, you sexy. I just love how handsome you is. Kissing you and she giving it up to you when you want it. And she giving it up to you because she want to give it to you. You don't think you deserve that? Boy, what? All right. You think this is the end all be all? You and that dragon that you dating? All right. All right.
It's for a lot of the problems we have in this world, thanks to all the fucking weak ass men. But that's a whole other conversation. Anyhow, well, you love your dad, you want to help him out, and you know, I bet you think George McFly is bad. This guy's way worse than George McFly Back to the Future before Marty went back and changed things. At least Lorraine didn't treat him like this. But if George can change,
I've never seen that movie.
Actually, I take that back. I don't think your dad can change. I think your dad can improve upon things, but I think your dad's so worn down. But anyhow,
You need time. Space.
she even made my dad swear throughout the years that if various uncles and aunts and friends asked him about so-and-so cheating, he was deny it all, play dumb like Hank Hill and King of the Hill, whenever Nancy and John Redcorn's affair was blown or discovered by Dale.
That's crazy.
Some of the family and friend group was able to discover the affairs on their own, and some of them weren't. The ones that did, my mom spoke horribly about them and made them out to be abusively, emotionally, physically, or unromantic as justifiable reasons
I just said
as
that.
to why her friends or family would cheat in the first place.
That's what she
Of course your mom did that.
Of course.
Mom's a master at her evil trade.
Exactly.
I thought this was normal until your video showed that it wasn't. It's not normal, bro. But when you're a kid growing up in a house that's so fucking dysfunctional and toxic and miserable, kids think it's normal.
Right.
This is why, let me say this again, to all you fathers out there that are in miserable marriages, this is why you divorce. This is why you don't stay in it for the kids and have two parents under one roof in a miserable situation. Because those kids will think this is normal.
Mm-hmm. And I'm glad he's saying this, bro, because a lot of people do that. Like, yeah, man, we gonna stay. Nah, bro, you can't stay. You can't stay. I know you love your wife and you don't want to do this to the kids. And you don't want to be one of those divorce, man. Your kids are gonna grow up and think that's normal. You don't deserve it. You feel me? Your kids don't want to, like, why would you want your kids to see that you're weak? Or why do you want your kids to see something dysfunctional? Like, nah, bro, I'm not going through that. My kids ain't gonna go through that. You feel me? Like, I'm not finna be that weak dad, bro. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? It's not that you don't care about your kids. It's like going hunting, bro. If you're weak, how you gonna go out there hunting food? You can't go out there weak. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta make sure you good. So when you go out there and hunt, you can bring your kids back to food and then they good. The kids are gonna be fine as long as they got you. You're gonna take care of your kids. You can go out there, you gonna hunt, you gonna make sure your jizz good. You come back, you feed your jizz. Your girl, she gonna be good. You feel me? She can't. You the man, bro. Women don't do half this stuff that we do. Now they do because they fought for equality and they want to go work like us for some reason. But yeah, bro, like, you a man, bro. Like, nah, the disrespect is not tolerated. I gotta eat, because if I eat, the whole family eat. If I don't eat, nobody eat. You feel me? Or I just can't be here because I'm not gonna be in a spot where I'm not getting or gaining from. Why would I do that? And as an individual, I still have to have my life because I only have myself and Jesus Christ. You feel me? But you know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Like, how you gonna like, that don't make sense. Nah.
They will seek out relationships like this. How do I know? Because I've observed this multiple times from my life with people I knew when they were young. Right here, this young guy thought this was normal. And they started watching my videos realizing this isn't normal. This is fucked up.
Exactly.
I just don't know what to do. I've tried to get my dad to see some of the red flags, and what's even worse is one time when my dad got injured and couldn't work, my mom was threatening to leave him. He's injured, can't work, and she's threatening to leave him. Right there, he's in bed-stricken. What a heart. Your mom is such a wonderful person. At that time I saw her Facebook stalking a guy who kind of resembled me, but older, and I asked her who that was, and it took her a little bit back to finally confess it was an ex of hers. I asked her why she was looking him up, and she said she was done with my dad and wanted to divorce. Your mom's looking up a guy on Facebook who looks a lot like you and is an ex, huh?
Look. Bro, I'm dropping so much game. I'm dropping so much knowledge. Bro, yeah, the exes. Yeah. It's not gonna be a rapper. It's not gonna be some super celebrity, bro. It's gonna be some dude she went to high school with. Somebody she experienced in her neighborhood. Somebody that's close to her, bro. One of her old friends that she was having a fling with. Somebody that she knew. You know, it's gonna be those dudes, bro. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. When you graduate, those people go with you into the world. That's your class. It's always going to be somebody in her class. It's always going to be somebody in y'all class, man. Especially if you know you can get it. Like, bro, you gotta think about it, bro. When we turn 40 years old, it's gonna be those people, bro. It's gonna be the people in your class, your graduation class. It's gonna be those people, bro. It's gonna be somebody you went to high school with, somebody you know, somebody you probably met around in the city. It's gonna be somebody that you're familiar with. Is what I'm saying. You know that it was alright. She familiar with, bro. You know that done dig them guts out. I'm talking about. Hey, like,
Not the same guy that was in your freaking room? Your mom's room when you were a kid?
Yeah, it probably was.
I told her that she was selfish and stupid, and she left him, and she would be just as lonely. She'll just be used by a lonely older man for sex, and that fear got my mom to stay. However, later on, that guy popped up as a friend suggestion due to him being friends with some of my uncles and aunts, and I decided to show my dad, and even he was convinced that something might be going on, and initially wanted to do a paternity test.
Wow.
Ended up denying she even knows the guy, and was able to talk my other siblings into thinking this was stupid, and got my dad to drop it. Smack to your dad. Oh my God.
Oh my
your mom's
gosh.
worn your siblings down too. She told you flat out that was an ex. And now, nope, never mind. I don't know him, you're all crazy.
And sometimes it might be athletes.
I'm just lost at this point of what to do. I'm glad I no longer live with my parents, but I feel better.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it might be, like, you know, some girls got that pull. Like, they'll have sex with a dude that's rich or got money in the city or, you know, is famous on Instagram or social media personality. You know, sometimes they do, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, but a lot of times it's not, bro. It's going to be somebody she's familiar with, that's close. She don't went to school with, ex, or a best friend, or a dude that she was cool with, that she was having sex with, you know, fans with benefits or something like that.
Dad, most of all, I just want advice on how to handle this. Do I buy the paternity test kit, or could this kill my friendship with my dad? Any advice would be helpful. Thank you. Oh my God. Yes, bro, you owe it to yourself at this point, if it seems like overwhelming evidence you might not be your dad's son, to find out.
Facts.
Putting all sorts of other factors aside, there's the medical issue. At some point, you're going to need your medical history, and if indeed you're not your father's son, even though it can be hard to find out who this guy is, at least we'll help you a bit when a medical emergency comes around, because you'll have your mom's side, but you don't know about your dad. But aside from that, yeah, you have a right to know. And after all this, your dad, I'm sorry your dad is in this bad situation. No man should go through it. And your mom is just a fucking awful harpy with a capital H. But your dad hasn't helped the case. I'm sure your mom deliberately married him because he was weak. She could push him around, as many do, and he would provide enough. And that's that. I highly question whether your other siblings are your dad's kids. I highly question whether you're your dad's kid. You know, all these things here. But what you need to do with regards to do your paternity test, absolutely. With your dad, I would meet up with your dad for some fucking coffee or tea or some dinner or something and say, Dad, okay, you need to end this. Mom is awful. You know she's awful. But you're so worn down. And you need to recommend my channel and give him some tough love. But with respect, of course, because he is your father. And even technically he's not your biological father. The guy raised you and paid for your bills and took care of you, so you owe him respect, even though, you know, he's been a man Johnny his whole time.
Right.
And do everything you can to help him see the big picture and get away from her. If it means you doing your homework to find local attorneys and all sorts of stuff to present to him, fine. He can't stay with her. He's got to get himself together.
Right.
But after everything you may try to do with him, and still he stays with your mom and takes on the abuse, that's it. There's nothing you can do. He succumbed to the Stockholm syndrome and all that. He is too far gone to save.
Right, bro, and that's why the bros are important. You feel me? And I'm not talking about those bros that force you to, like, try to get you to do bad stuff. I'm talking about the bros that's gonna tell you the real. That's gonna be honest with you, cold-hearted, cold-blooded, honest with you, bro. Straightforward, straight face, straight up, no filter, straightforward. Like, yeah, bro, you acting like a BITCH right now, bro. You acting like a 304 right now, man. Like, you tripping, bro. Letting this girl just, like, when I come to my homies, bro, my homies come to me about something, bro, I have to make sure that when I speak to them about something that they going through, bro, I do the same thing. Because if I'm not practicing what I preach, how can I speak to them? And yeah, it might be the right thing. You feel me? It might be the right thing to say. But bro, I want to practice what I preach. Then I want to tell my dogs because they can see me do it. You feel me? Like, the bros are important, but the bros are really important because the bros, you know, when you don't got your girl, when y'all break up, the bro is gonna help you get back on your feet. The bro is gonna help you get back to who you used to be, man. When you look in that mirror, bro, you looking at yourself, you're like, yeah, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? You got that confidence back. You feeling good, you got your glow. Bros gonna do that for you. They gonna help you with that. God will help you with that. Jesus Christ will help you with that as well. You know what I'm saying? But that's first anyway. Jesus Christ first. But yeah, man. Like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things you can do to get back on your feet, man. For real. So don't let these women break y'all boys down, man. Bros is important. Jesus Christ is important.
To your mom, I have nothing to do with her. There's no reason you'd have a relationship with her. She is awful. None. I know that may seem like you can't turn your back on your parents. Here comes the Jessica alarm again. Guess the storm's coming again.
It's crazy you say that.
This is sick. Thank God hurricane season's coming in about 5 or 6 weeks. No, actually more like 7 weeks. I have to hear this crap all the time. Where I film here sometimes, whenever the pressure gets crazy or big storms are coming, the Jessica alarm goes off. Anyhow, I'm wrapping this up for this goes on for the third fucking time. Anyhow, bro, your dad. Yeah, do what you can with your dad. Present him all the information. Talk to him. And at that point, then he doesn't, no. And I have nothing to do with your mom. Who cares if, anybody pressures you or says you can't abandon your mom? Why would you have anything to do with her? She's awful.
Yeah.
To your dad, to your siblings, to you.
Toxic.
She's a liar. She's a cheater. She's a rotten person. Move on. You're better off on your own.
Toxic.
And I would say that to your siblings. And if they can't be saved or helped, you did your part. Life is too short. You're in your early 20s. Newsflash, you're going to wake up tomorrow and be my age, 47 years old.
Facts.
You really want to spend your life surrounded by people like that? They're going to do nothing but bring you down. So, and by the way, be careful in any relationships you get into to not get into a relationship with someone like your mother. You can be so hardwired and brainwashed to think that life that you had growing up was normal. You can end up with someone just like her. I'm just warning you. So, bro, get the paternity test. Regardless if it hurts your dad's feelings, you got to do it for you. He needs to know the truth and present it with information, everything you can to help him out. But I think, frankly, he's going to be too worn down, too far gone to actually make a change to get away from her and start on a path of self-improvement. However, you do convince him and definitely make him aware that he's got to take a hit in the divorce. Fine. It's better living in his car than being with her.
Sure.
And embark on a path of self-improvement. You'll be there for him. Encourage him to join a gym, get exercise and all that. Because if you're in your early 20s, I'm guessing your dad's probably at the earliest late 40s, maybe early 50s. Not much for me. Well, he ain't going to die tomorrow, so he still has some time to turn things around and have some happiness in his life. But he's going to take a hit in the short term. Whether he has the strength to do that, who knows? So that's what I think. And that's what I think to all you guys out there that might have someone you care about, particularly your father, that's been so worn down, or an awful train wreck of a mother. Get rid of them. You have nothing to do with them. Plenty of people have nothing to do with their families. End of story. Alright guys, that's it for today. Be sure to comment down below. Let me know what you think about this. Let this guy know what you think. Please do.
Thanks.
And be sure to like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe. I'll catch you next time.
Yeah, man. The famous quote, man. G. Michael Hall. But yeah, man. He gotta tell the truth, bro. He gotta set his dad free. They gotta just tell the truth. They gotta air out everything. He gotta become a breath of fresh air, bro. You know what I'm saying? The truth gotta be had. It has to be told. And just everybody got to just go from there. It may hurt people's feelings, but that's the best thing for everybody, the truth. And everybody just go from the truth, man. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, bro. I hope he tell his dad the truth. I hope he put his daddy on game, man. Whether it's his real dad or not. Like SSM said, keep it respectful, man. And yeah. I hope he do what he's supposed to do. I hope he do it. I hope he go through it. But yeah, man, y'all boys like, comment, subscribe. Like the video, turn on the notification bell. We gotta get in the algorithm. Alright? We're trying to get in the algorithm. I work Sunday through Thursday. So I record 2 videos. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna start doing 2 videos Friday and Saturday. So there's gonna be 4 videos every time I, you know what I'm saying, get on. And I'm gonna just edit and I'm gonna drop. Thumbnails, bro. I'm still learning how to do thumbnails. I need help. You know what I'm saying? I'm still doing my research on that. So it's hard. I'm trying to get good thumbnails, like with my face in it, then the video I reacted to in the background and my face on the side. I'm trying to do that, bro. I gotta learn how to do that. I'm finna go get a wireless mic. I think I could do better instead of doing this with my fingers and my fingers too close together. So I think when I get my wireless mic, bro, I'll be able to really get into it and dive into it and stuff like that. So yeah, man. Yeah, thumbnails coming soon, man. I'm gonna try to do it from my phone again so I can do it and put it on my YouTube channel. But yeah, bro. Notification bell, share, like, subscribe. Y'all boys comment, man. Tell me what y'all want me to watch. Send me some comments. What y'all want me to react to? I'ma react to it. Whatever y'all want me to react to. So I'ma react to it. Y'all be safe. Keep God first, man. And yeah, man. Bye. See you later.